dude.
Oh yeah. I'm up in there taking the Bible belt and putting belt to ass, man.
No cap. But
I said they put me in the right spot. Don't put me nowhere where I can just have to push the button and just show you the sources. Just going to the catalog like that. It's a little
yeah,
different when we just going back and forth, just talking shit. But when I got that button, when I got that switch on me,
come on.
I can show them sources and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts. But let me see. Let me hit that live button. We got a lot of oh, we live. All right, we got a lot of man. Hey, Gullah, I ain't even gonna cap. This presentation you about to do today, you about to ruffle some feathers. You know, a lot of people think God created this earth and all this goofy shit.
Yeah, life and how we are. People don't even understand like the process of evolution. They think, you know what I'm saying, even our lifespan as a human being, you're witnessing evolution, like going from a baby, just going from a an embryo, you know what I'm saying, from an egg to an embryo to you know what I'm saying, to a baby, to a toddler, to an adolescent, teenager, adult, to getting back old. That's evolution in
Right.
itself. You know what I'm saying? Even natural selection. It's a process that happens over generations and generations, not just something that's gonna happen in your lifetime like that. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you might see evolve, like certain like viruses, certain you might witness new species, evolve from certain leopard, lizards and things like that, birds. But certain things like some things have faster molecular clocks, so they're dealing with the natural elements, climate and pressures, or making these things, adapt faster at faster rates. You know what I'm saying? Even us, we kind of slowed down a little bit because we created urban societies. You know what I'm saying? We created, houses and buildings and called moving at fast rate. We ain't really one-on-one dealing with the elements like that how we used to back, in the hunter-gatherer stage.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, that's how you got the evolution is the mechanism, or natural selection, the mechanism, the reason why you have so much diversity in species on the planet. People don't understand the actual process. Like we dealing with like birth, generation after generations. Like uh, I don't know, people. It's like a million years goes over people's head. They can't fathom that. Even 1,000 years. 1,000 years is a long fucking time. You ain't gonna see that. Think about a million year. A million years is a total, even just 1 million years. That's enough time for something to change to something else in morphology. That's way past a human lifetime. That's way shoot. Humans might even, what I'm saying, we might even make it to another million years. It might be extinct. You have different extinctions. You have different things that die out. You know what I'm saying? Bottlenecks. You know what I'm saying? Things that are left over, and they steady evolving and passing on those traits. But we're gonna get into all of that, man.
Scatter.
Yeah, though, man. But I
Hey,
want to
and
ask.
you gotta introduce yourself before you get started. So whenever you get ready, I know we just shooting the shit right now. Whenever you get started, I want you to introduce yourself.
People in the chat, right now.
Let me see. Nah, not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah, man. I'm Gullah Jack, man. You know what I'm saying? People call me Gullah Betty. You know what I'm saying? Which means Gullah red. Betty. You know what I'm saying? It's spelled with a G, but it's pronounced Betty. It's a Mende term that means red skin. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a red skin boy. So but I still rep the Africa. To the fullest.
Let's get it.
But but yeah,
That motherland.
oh yeah, I love the whole world. I'm a product of the earth, but I bang for the home team, especially Niger Congo culture. And I also have a YouTube channel, a podcast, called the Al Jaheez podcast show. Check it out. The Al Jaheez podcast. And even the reason I named it the Al Jaheez podcast, people don't know Al Jaheez was an Islamic was an Afro Arabic Islamic scholar back from the golden age of Islam, what they call the House of Wisdom. He had like an early theory of natural selection even before Darwin. But Darwin and Alfred Wallace, they put the actual, the more detail. Even them, they didn't have DNA during this time. You know what I'm saying? That was like the late 1800s. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even had the DNA yet. But but yeah, they had they seen species, different varieties of different species. To explain, how we became, how we are today. You know what I'm saying? It's just for like species all over the planet. And I want and another thing too, Wavy, like you agree, most people will agree that we're mammals, right?
Yeah.
Humans are mammals. You learned that in school. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what
Mammals give live birth.
yeah. But when it comes what makes a mammal, you know what I'm saying? All of that is part of evolution. You know what I'm saying? A mammal, what's a mammal? A mammal is an animal. You know, yeah, a mammal is an animal. And what are we as living organisms? You got mainly two living, I say mainly three living things. You got a couple living things. You got single cell organisms, bacteria, things of that nature. But I'm saying like major complex living things for us, like fungus, plants, and animals. I mean, which one are we? Are we a fungus? Are we a plant? Or are we animals? What would you say, Wade?
We animals, and that's a great way to break it down.
Yeah, we animals, man. Let me see. Let me try to show my screen.
I know a motherfucker ain't gonna say he the other two, so that's a great way to categorize life.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people get it twisted and think humans is something else, but we know different than any other living organism. Yeah, we know different than any other living organism. Let me show my screen real quick. Go to we're gonna start off with the wiki real quick. I'm gonna show. I got a book to show too. Okay, you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, say animal. What are animals? Animals are multicellular eukaryotic organisms. We are eukaryotes. You know what I'm saying? That's a type of organism. Starting off with the singles, like the oldest eukaryotes looked like that, look like little cells, membranes. And it's a eukaryotic, because also plants are eukaryotic too, and fungus. You see where it say eukaryotic organism whose cells have membrane-bound nucleus. All animals, plants, fungi, and many uncellular organisms are eukaryotic. Remember, but you see the reason why I mentioned those three main things: animals, plants, fungus. I said, which one are we? Because all of those three things eukaryotes. You hear? You hear me, Wade?
Say that one more time, Gullah.
I was saying, you see, it's a
No, that last
animals are
part.
multicellular.
No. That last.
What, eukaryotes?
You asked me a question.
No, I was saying, you see why I was saying when I was naming those three things, major things, animals, plants, and fungi. You see where my point is right here? Because all three of those are eukaryotes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are multicellular eukaryotes. You know what I'm saying? Animals are multicellular eukaryotic organisms in the biological kingdom. You know, this is the biological kingdom is based on the taxonomic rank in kingdoms, like what you are, profile, like for us a biological creature. This is what we use in science. It's created by Carl Linnaeus. It's been proved and proved upon since him, as we find more and more out in the fossil record, and then finding out new species and things of that nature. And to say Animalia, you know what I'm saying, that's what we are, Animalia. You know what I'm saying, biological kingdom that we in the Animalia kingdom. You know, we're not plants, we're not in the plant kingdom. You know, we're in the Animalia kingdom. We still happen to be mammals, us as humans. There's many other mammals too. You know, uh, people should know. I mean, this is elementary school science. I'm going into. A lot of people probably skipped it and it flunked those grades. But with few, with few exceptions, right? It say animals consume organic material, breathe oxygen, have mitocytes, and are able to move and can reproduce sexually and grow with a hollow spare cells, plastula. During embryonic development, animals form clade, meaning that they arose from a single common ancestor. And let's get into, you know what I'm saying, see animals and it's the different ranks, the class and all that. But let's get into mammals real quick. Just gonna go down the line. I'm gonna break down, what evolution is too. I'm just giving people just a slap in the face on certain subjects, what we are, what we stand as in the animal in the kingdom of life. See mammals. You know what I'm saying? Go check that out. You see this what we use the scientific classifications in the taxon of Linnaeus. This was made by Linnaeus in 1758. You know what I'm saying? Carl Linnaeus. He made the animal classifications of different animals, species, plants, all of that. But he didn't finish it. When he first made it, wasn't perfect, of course, but it was it was the work was added up on, you know what I'm saying, through the centuries and through the years of science, of scientific studies by different people. And they say, mammal forms, you know what I'm saying? Because we had other things that was extinct that was on its way to being mammals. We'll get into that later. But let's just see what classifies as mammals. Because even you get into other stuff too, like the Nasa you probably even know mammals was part of this class. Some of these class went extinct. As you see in the picture, see some of the extinct species that was formed within that particular class. And then we are Antonina, you know what I'm saying, tetrapeds, vertebrate animals. You know what I'm saying, belong to the class Antonidia. We're vertebrates. This is what make you a vertebrate, have a spine. You share this with a lot of other different animals that's outside of mammals, reptiles, birds. You know what I'm saying? Everything else that has a spine. You know what I'm saying? And even right here say Ananinos evolved from amphibian ancestors during the Carnivorous period and further diverged into two groups. See, like even the earliest vertebrates were amphibians. You still got amphibians around today because those amphibians never died out. You know what I'm saying? Once you get certain other species of amphibians, and they diverge and they adapt to different regions. They become, what I'm saying, you can't even become different species. You can't even mate with the other species. They move on, become other things like birds. I mean, first reptile. The first after amphibians, you get reptiles, and then you get birds and mammals, and so on. And then we are Chordidea. You know what I'm saying? Chordidea goes all the way back to fish. You know what I'm saying? You share those ancestors with the fish. That's where we get our face from, believe it or not. That's where you get the two eyes, the mouth, you know what I'm saying, the nostrils, the lungs. You get your lungs, the certain aspect, even where we breathe, is still like you can see where it branched off from gills into lungs. You even have certain fish they involve lung, got lungfish. You know what I'm saying? Some fish have lungs, some fish have gills. We have some fish that can be aquatic and terrestrial. You have certain terrestrial fish like that still living today, like the mud flapper. You see where we got animals. We talk about part of that, and then eukaryote. Let's see what a mammal is. A mammal is a vertebrate animal of the class Mammalia. Mammals are characterized by the presence of a milk-producing mammary gland for feeding their young. Ain't that what humans do too? Ain't that how we feed our young? Ain't that how other mammals feed their young as well? Aren't we part of this kingdom? And it say a neocortex region of the brain. All mammals have that. Fur or hair. Fur is hair. You just call it that for some reason, but fur, it's thicker, but fur or hair, and three middle ear bones. All mammals got that, even whales. These characteristics distinguish them from reptiles and birds, other vertebrates, from which their ancestors diverged in the Carboniferous period over 300 million years ago. A lot of times you talk to people, man, about this. When we say 3 million years ago, this goes over their head. I don't understand it. I don't believe they understand how long this was to even have change. But this is a long fucking time. 300 million years ago was a long motherfucking time.
They want to see change in front of their face in the 30 years they've been living.
Yeah, they think this shit around the corner.
Yeah. Like you gotta think about it. These religious people be thinking, you supposed to get superpowers within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Looking at it. That's why they gotta look like they want niggas to be Green Lanterns. You know what I'm saying? Want niggas to be Kal-El and shit. Man, fuck out of here.
Yeah, but most mammals, females have produce milk or have breasts. You know what I'm saying? Latin mammemia, breast. And it said you know what I'm saying, around 6,400 extinct species. I mean the ones that are living mammals have been described and divided into 29 orders. 29 main orders of mammals, y'all. We in that order. We one of those, you know what I'm saying? The order that we is in one of these. 29. Us as mammals. And it say extent. Extent is the species. These just the species that's living today. This number, when we talk about when we put the extent and the extinct together, this number order go way up. You got extinct ones. We just the ones that still living, the ones that survive. Isolated, you know what I'm saying? Some species become isolated from each other. They become something totally different, but still have a close relation than it might another species that it might have a distant relationship to. Right here said the largest orders of mammals by number of species are rodents, bats, and Eliphophevia. That's hedgehogs, moles, and shrews. These like the ones that have the most subspecies. And it said the next three. Look, the next three are the primates, including humans, monkeys, and lemurs. I don't agree with the term monkey though, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why later. You know what I'm saying? Monkeys are actually simians. There's no actual taxon, Linnaeus taxonomy that you can call or classify a monkey, but the actual term would be semiforms. You know, and humans are actually part of the semiforms anyway. Lemurs are not though. Lemurs are primates, but they're not semiform. You know, so they're all in order. Lemurs are actually part of an older group of primates. You know what I'm saying? They're called. I forgot what it's called. Like they're really like wet nose, like they call them prosimians. Prosimians have like wet noses, like kind of like dog-like faces, but they still primates though. Still have opposable thumbs, a lot of other anatomy. You know what I'm saying that most primates have. But when we get to like semi-forms, you know what I'm saying, what we call monkeys, because even if you use a semi-form, you basically call humans monkeys, basically. But I'm not gonna even acknowledge the term monkey because it's not even a scientific term; it's a colloquial. I'm gonna use a scientific term, semi-forms, which includes humans. You know what I'm saying? These are more of the dry nose primates. And we the two, it say even-toed. Look, the even-toed ungulates, including pigs, camels, and whales. Whales are part of the ungulates. Whales were once land mammals that lived along water and adapted to living more so aquatic life. And you can even see that in their closest relative, who is an animal who lives on land, but also lives mostly in water as well, which is the hippopotamus, which is the whale's closest, a lot of whales' closest land relative. You can kind of see that when you see the hippopotamus, how the whale ended up in that water. And it say, and the carnivoria, these the carnivores, you know what I'm saying? These includes the dogs, cats, dogs, and seals, birds, and all other, you know what I'm saying? The predatory things that eat mostly meat. But you have some, but you still got some carnivoria that eat mostly meat, but still eat some vegetable too. But like cats, they eat nothing but meat. Like dogs, birds, more the dog form, more the dog like or Canada forms. You know what I'm saying? They eat mostly meat, but they can still eat like wheats and berries and things of that nature. And say mammals are the only living members of the synapsidia. We talked about that a little earlier. That clade. We the only ones that mammals are the only ones that's left as part of this clade. It was much more of these that went extinct, but the mammals are the ones that survived because it went through a bottleneck. A bottleneck is when other species die out, or sometimes you might have mega extinctions. You have a lot of mega extinctions. You know what I'm saying? Or mass extinctions. You know what I'm saying? Through the millennia of years. You know what I'm saying? The dinosaurs being one of them, but species always go through extinction. It's part of life. Humans are going to go be extinct one day. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but humans one day, we might not be here to see it, but humans one day will be extinct. Happens all the time. This is life. Species go extinct, and even if most of us go extinct, it could be possible that some of us will still live on and pass on other traits and go through another bottleneck.
It's gonna be a Homo sapien, sapien.
Yeah, for real. It's even a lot of crazy theories that I don't even want to get into. I don't believe it, but this is a theory. A lot of people say that the image of what they think of the gray alien or whatever is like us coming back from the future, you know, to the past and shit. But we got so adapted to technology that we had like no purpose of fucking sexual organs. You know, the way our eyes look glued to these screens and shit, that we start looking like that. But that's just a crazy theory though. That ain't scientific. It's just bullshit.
Stay Gullah. Hey, Gullah first rabbit hole. Gullah just
Yeah. But look,
hey, Gullah, Suki gonna love that one. Suki gonna love. Nah,
hey,
man. Nah, you popping your shit, man. You popping your shit on the mammals. You know what I'm saying? Getting that shit correct. You know what I'm saying? Everything getting interesting. It seems like you about to open the floodgates on these Bible believers.
yeah. But it said, look, the mammals are the only living members of the Synapsidia. This clade, together with the Seriopsida, is even a more bigger clade, even part of a big clade. The Seriopsida, which is reptiles and birds. You know what I'm saying? Us, mammals, living mammals. You know what I'm saying? We're living members of the Cynopedias. And then the Cyniopedia is a member of the Cereopsidia, which includes reptiles and birds. Because the earliest Cyniopedias, even before you get to mammals, even though they had a lot of mammal, variety, like these, see these some creatures up here, they had a lot of mammal-like traits. You know what I'm saying? They were warm. They actually warm-blooded. These animals were warm-blooded, but they still had like reptile traits as well. Even even today, even when mammals had adapted to fur. We start getting cooler environments, and the world started changing. Earth started changing more cooler, getting to more ice, different ice ages and shit. You know what I'm saying? The earliest mammals, laid eggs. Even the furry, mammals, the earliest furry mammals laid eggs. Even today, you still have some of those species. You still have some of the relics of those species still living today. They're still surviving today, which are the duck-billed platypus and the spiny anteater. You know what I'm saying? The same animal that Knuckles is on Sonic the Hedgehog. Those two mammals still lay eggs. And they say mammals originated from cynodots. See these the earliest mammals right here. They still some even in the fur, they still was kind of reptile like, even though they had fur too. The earliest one. You see the blood-billed platypus right here. And they say the mammals originated from cynodots and an evidence group of thresopeds during the late Triassic and early Jurassic. Mammals achieved their modern diversity in the Paleogene and Neogene periods of the Cenozoic era, after the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs. See, this is when the dinosaurs went extinct, and have been the dominant terrestrial animal group from 66 million years ago to present. So if the dinosaurs never went extinct, 65 million years ago, or 66 million years ago, like when dinosaurs were around, you had mammals. You had mammals when dinosaurs were around, but they were these little small, little shrew-like creatures. Like this. They was like little creatures like this, like little small, little creatures, shrew-like, mice-like creatures. But when the dinosaurs went extinct, those creatures was able to adapt into those abandoned, environments, and fill in those niches and become different sizes and deal with different, radiation and, you know, dealing with different, adaptation. You know, you had different oxygen and carbon even during that time. So you had different varieties and things that die out, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of things going on. Even before you even get to, you know, us, even before you get to humans. And even other animals that you even see today. And it says the basic mammalian body type is the quadruped, and most mammals use their four extremities for terrestrial locomotion. Let me get into I'm gonna just get into primates, yo. This might upset a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into. I'm gonna get a little biased. Let's get into. You know we mammals. You know humans are mammals. But what kind of mammal is a human though? You know we got whales. We got different species. You know, different clades. You know, but what you know what type of mammal is a human? Let's get into primates. Let's get into the primates. The order. What order is humans in? What order are we? Remember I said you had 29 orders? You know the mammals had 29 orders, but what order is we in? See that? What order are we in?
I'm trying to see. Hold on. You like what, the last one?
Yeah, what order? You see that? This is order of primates. You got your ringtail, you got the lemurs, you got your lorises, you got your galagos, you got your tasers. These are some of the oldest primates. Then you got your spider tail simian, which is what they call them. What they call the old world monkey. You got you got the baboons. You know what I'm saying? The serial centipeds. You got the eastern gorilla. You got your humans. You got your humans. We in this order, yo. We're in the order of primates in the animal family in the kingdom of mammals. And they say primates is an order of mammals which is further divided into you have your Sheptorines, which are these are the earliest. The Septorines or your Streptorines. Your Septorines or your oldest primates. They're the older. They like you still have older ones older divisions that lived that went extinct. But these are the older ones that still living today. They from the oldest, more basal. When I say basal mean closest to the basal mean by is closest to the common ancestor or closest to the common base on the tree. So your Septorines, which includes lemurs. I told y'all earlier, galagos. I don't know if I can see that. Let me go down a little bit. You got your galagos right here, which are like the bush babies. You know what I'm saying? You find in sub-Saharan Africa. They're primates. And then you have your lorises, the lorisids. You have different subspecies of lorisids and all that. A lot of them live in Southeast Asia, South Asia, Central Africa, tropicals. And then you have the haplorines. The haplorines are your dry nose primates. You know what I'm saying? Humans or which are apes, which are even these apes. I really want to use that because that's kind of a colloquial term, kind of like monkey, but you can say hominids, hominida. You know what I'm saying? A part of the haplorines. These are your dry nose primates, which include tasers. These tasers are the oldest. I don't know if y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? Taser form. Let's see. This a taser right here. Y'all can see that. You know, so those are some of the older. Those are some of the oldest, primate forms. Then you got the tasers, and then your simians. Who are the simians? Well, I told you there really ain't such thing as monkeys. You know what I'm saying? You just really have me personally. I would just call them. You have your hominoid, simians. You have your hominoid simians. Simians. The call you gotta say, you can say arthropods is another name for simians, or higher primates. These are your more intelligent primates. Primates as a whole, the primate family as a whole, are intelligent mammals. And humans, being very intelligent than we are, wouldn't we come from one of the most intelligent families? And they say the higher primates are an infraorder of primates containing all animals traditionally called monkeys and apes, or precisely they consist of prairie orders, which are plateau. That's why I like to use these terms. I don't like to say monkeys, apes. I like to say these terms, these actual breakdown, because monkey and ape is colloquial. Those are not actual scientific terms. These are not monkeys. I won't call them monkeys. I'll give them respect. I'll call them scientific name. They are simians, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. But they are platyrrhines, you know what I'm saying, which are colloquially called old world monkey, well, new world monkeys, I mean, which is crazy, which is this is kind of based on that Columbus shit. But the new world monkeys are actually from an older basal form of primates, more so than the old world monkeys. But the new world monkeys actually come from the more the more eastern hemisphere, like Africa, Asia, anyway. But what's crazy is the earliest primates. I'm not talking about the earliest platyrrhini, the earliest simian, but the earliest primates as a whole. They found the earliest bones in North America. And then they found like the oldest, like when you get like directly to like the more modern primates, they found it in like China. You know what I'm saying? So like, animals and stuff like that been going back and forth for a long time. You know what I'm saying? In and out of Africa, in and out of different, in and out of Asia, in and out of Americas. This is like the ancestor, the ancient ancestor of the horse comes all the way from the Americas. And then they didn't get reintroduced to it back into the Americas until the Europeans came back in. You know what I'm saying? But it was like the old ancient ancestor of a horse, when horses still had like 5 toes, digit toes, before they had this like one hoof. Because then the hoof is actually a huge middle toe. Like the horses still had their other 5 digits. It's just like it morphed into, morphed into bones. Like if you look at the skeleton of a horse and look at the skeleton of a hoof, like open it up, you can still see like where the digits of the actual fingers used to be. You know what I'm saying? How the big hoof is just one big middle finger. You know what I'm saying? So every time a horse gallops, every time a horse gallops, he's still saying "fuck you." You know what I mean?
Yes, that. So wait, so you saying horses originally have like what, like five fingers?
Yeah, like 5 digits.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Like like any other mammal,
Yeah.
full-legged mammal would. You know what I'm saying? Even the I'm gonna show y'all later too. Even the whales flippers and the dolphin flippers. Like when you look inside the bones, it's not like a fish fin, or it's like you can still see where the bones were. Where this animal once was a walking land mammal. You can still see like the morphology of the bones. Like skeletons, one thing about especially vertebrates. You know what I'm saying? Skeletons really don't change. Only the morphology of skeletons change. That's another fact about evolution. You can still see the certain morphologies of the skeletons. You know what I'm saying? Even though you just got different, different morphology, but it's still the same placements. Be the same thing. And they say traditionally monkeys and apes. More precisely, these consist of preview orders Pleturines, Catarines, and later which consist of the family of Cereopithecida. And they probably talking about the hominidae, which are apes. But let me get into this. It's a primates period. Primates arose 85 to 55 million years ago. First from the small terrestrial animals, which adapted for life in tropical forests. Many primate characteristics represents adaptation to challenging environments among treetops, including large brain sizes, binocular vision, color vision. All primates have color vision, which we do. Vocalizations, shoulder girdles, allowing a large degree of movement in the upper limbs, and uh, opposable thumbs. You know what I'm saying? We the only people with actual true opposable thumbs. Raccoons don't have opposable thumbs. You know what I'm saying? They have like a finger, like they have like a somewhat of a thumb, but it's not a true opposable thumb like primates. So it's not as functionable as this. In most, but not all, that enable better grasping and the dexterity. Primates range in sizes from Madame Bertie mouse lemur, which is the smallest primate, the mouse lemur, which weighs 1 ounce, 30 kilometers. I mean 30 grams, to the eastern gorilla weighing over 200 kilograms, which is 4,400 pounds. Naturally though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no big fat, my 600 pound life on Lifetime. That ain't natural. You know what I'm saying? That's abnormal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gullah, why you on the topic of the subject and everything? Yeah, you said now what you said about gorilla. You said a gorilla is born what? It's like they reach what?
You said what was you saying?
You were saying something about the gorilla's weight.
Oh, they 40. They the weighing. They were like one of the heaviest primates. They 44. 44. I'm saying they 440 pounds.
440 pounds, and that's just all straight fruit. So, what do gorillas eat? Are they like omnivores? Are they mostly herbivores?
No, they're omnivores. You know
So
what
the
I'm saying?
omnivores. Okay. Because I was trying to
They eat.
figure out like how the hell do a gorilla put on so much muscle mass? You know what I'm saying? They only just eating straight, fruits and vegetables. Maybe some bugs at times and shit.
Yeah, they eat bud, but they eat a lot all day too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then they say uh there are 376 and 524 species of living primates. Predating on which classification is used, new primate species continues to be discovered. Over 25 species were described in the 2000s, 36 in 2010, and 6 in 2020. These probably they probably talking about like little monkeys and lemurs and stuff that they still find in Madagascar and South America, deep other extra subspecies, subspecies that's been species that's been found, but they finding more subspecies of those species. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they say primates have large brains, as we do. You know what I'm saying? Humans being the more, having the more complex of the whole, relative to body size compared to other mammals, as well as an increased reliance of visual accuracy. accuracy at the expense of sense of smell, which is the dominant sensory system on most mammals. These features are more developed in monkeys and apes, as noticeable less so in lorises and lemurs. Some primates, including gorillas, humans, and baboons, are primarily ground-dwelling rather than arboreal, which is like tree-dwelling. But all species had adaptations for climbing trees. Even humans, we're very good climbers, and there's a reason why. And it's a arboreal locomotion techniques used, including leaping from the tree to tree and swinging between branches of trees. Brat, Brachitation and terrestrial locomotion techniques include walking on two hind legs, bipedalism, and modified walking on four limbs, quadrupedalism, via knuckle walking. And it say primates are among the most social of all mammals, forming pairs of family groups, unimale harems, and multi-male, multi-female groups. We ain't the only people. We ain't the only primates that do this, y'all. Non-human primates have at least four types of social systems. Many defined by the amount of movement in adolescent females between groups. Primates have smaller rates of development than other similarly sized mammals. Reach maturity later and have longer lifespans. Primates are also the most cognitively advanced animals. Let me say it again. Primates, not just humans, primates are also the most cognitively advanced animals, with humans capable of creating complex languages and sophisticated civilizations. And non-human primates are recorded to use tools. They may communicate using facial and hand gestures, smells, and vocalization. And also, too, outside of even reading this, even our closest relatives, you know what I'm saying, first being chimpanzees, and then even a little bit further distant relatives, gorillas, are able to comprehend human sign language and learn human sign language. No other animal can do that. No other mammal can do that. Dogs, they learn commands and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Dogs are very close. The dogs adapted, they adapted along with us, because of domestication, whatever. But they not, they never, could learn like sign language or hand language or actual language of humans, like chimpanzees and gorillas can, even though it is hand language. It's understood in its the communication is going back and forth. And they say close interaction between humans and non-primates can create opportunities for transmissions of zoonotic diseases. That's why, like, when you very close to a species, you share the same diseases. Certain other primates share the same diseases we do. That's how you know we in the same family, in the same order. It's especially virus diseases, including herpes, measles, Ebola, rabies, and hepatitis. Y'all didn't know that. Other primates can have those diseases. We have those diseases because we primates. Thousands of non-human primates are used in research around the world because their psychological and physiological similarities to humans. around 6,000. I'm sorry. About 60% of primate species are threatened with extinction. Common threat includes deforestation, forest fragmentation, monkey drives, primate hunting, the use of medicines as pets and for food, large-scale tropical forest clearing, and agriculture. Most threatened primates. Even the term primate, look what it means. Etymology for term primate. English name primate derived from the Old English primate. It doesn't mean primitive. It just mean because he thought it's the highest order of animals. We're high order, you know what I'm saying? We intelligent order. To the I don't really want to put anything over another, but it's just we're part of primates and we're part of a heavy, somewhat of an amazing species, order of different species. And you see the different, you see the tree right here, primates. See the primatoformia. We have primates right here, and then we split from primates and Dematoteria split. These are the tree shrew. Even if you look at the ears of a tree shrew, it looks just like a primate or a human ear. You know what I'm saying? Primates, you have the Haplorhines, and it's split to the Haplorhines and the Tassiform split. I'm sorry, the primates, and then you have the Haplorhines, and then you have the Striptorhines. They split from each other. One going into the lemuriforms. You have two major, lemuriform species: the lemurs, Lemurroidea, and then lorises and allied superfamily. It's all part of lemuriforms. Then you have the Haplorhines splits. Haplorhines. That's where you get the term haplogroup from. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you're dealing with the DNA. But y'all didn't know that the same DNA phylum goes to primates, like why haplogroups and things of that nature. You have the semiforms. You have the Tassiforms. You know what I'm saying? These are both the dry nose primates, or the Haplorhines. Tassiforms are more older. They're more basal. Like the semiforms actually come out of a more tassel form. You get the semiforms, and then they split to the Catarrhines, and then the New World monkeys, which is the priviform. That's what I was thinking of earlier. The Platyrrhines. The Platyrrhines are actually older. They're actually older formation than the Catarrhines. They're more tree-like and arboreal. They actually, came to the Americas at a very early time. You know what I'm saying? The Platyrrhines. You found most of the Platyrrhines in South America, and they got there when the continents was still split, but they was like somewhat closer. Sea level was a little lower, and a lot of these Platyrrhini ancestors came in by, they say, a theory, by trees. Some of the fallen trees come over and they still have life in them, and some of the life was these primates. And they have it started happening in the Americas, but in like the old world, like Asia and Africa, you have the Catarrhines. Old world monkeys. I don't like to use the term monkeys, and I'm gonna show y'all why later too. The super family. I like to say this: Ceracopithecordea. Or you can just say Ceracopithidae. This term actually in Latin actually means tailed apes. You know what I'm saying? But even if you see like the formation of their tails, they don't really use their tails a lot. Not like the older Platyrrhini forms. There's more, they use their tails for even prehensile, for more tree climbing, things like that. But you can see, like, when you get to these, the Cerapithoids, even some of these don't even have tails. You have like the Barbary macaque don't even have a tail, or the Siloese macaque. They don't even have a tail. They have less use of the tail. And sometimes when they do, they use it for more balance, like say jumping and things of that nature. But it's not as used in the species. But like even when you get to where they split from, they split to the hominidia, which is the apes. What are called apes, the hominids. Even the older hominids were more monkey-like, were more cereopithoid-like, but tailless. And they say the Haplorhynii, and then you get and this splits into the gibbons, which is the Hylobatidii, which is the older, lesser apes or lesser hominids, and then you get the Hymnidae. This leads to the great apes. You get the Pangei, the orangutan family. You had other species too that like you had the orangutans today, subspecies today. You had other species that was part of this family that died out. These are the ones that's left. Y'all, for all of these, so you had a lot. You had this bush was a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? If you include the extinct and extinct families, or subclass. And then you had the hominidae. Who are the hominidae? The hominidae splits into the Gorillanini, which is a more older hominidae, is the most basal, closer to the ancestral. Then you have the homininis, the hominini tribe, which splits into bonobo chimpanzees. What I'm saying, you have the chimpanzees and you have the pan, these called the pan troglodytes, whatever. Humans we're more closely related to the bonobos than the chimpanzees, though. You know what I'm saying? We're way more closer to the bonobo chimps than we are to the common chimp. And you have, humans, Homo sapiens. You had a lot of different subspecies of humans at one point in time. Our species today went through a bottleneck. We're the last surviving genius, you know what I'm saying, in the human species. And let me get into let me show y'all this term monkey. Why I don't like the term monkey. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Why I like to use the actual proper scientific classifications. Let me show you scientific classification. It says scientific classifications are now more often based on monophyletic groups. That is, groups consisting of all the descendants of all the common ancestors. The New World monkeys and the Old World monkeys are each monophyletic groups, but their combination was not, since it include hominoids, apes and humans. Thus, the term "quote unquote" monkey no longer referred to the recognized scientific taxon. And it say the smallest accepted taxon, which contains all the monkeys, and is infraorder. It's infraorder semiforms. That's the word we should be using. Semiforms or simians. However, this also contains the hominoids. Also, with monkeys, or in terms, look, hold on. Let me read that over. The smallest accepted taxon, which contains all monkeys of this infraorder, semiforms or simians. However, this also, which are the simians. However, this also contains hominoids, because hominoids are simians. So that monkeys are, in this terms of certainly recognized taxa, non-humanoid simians. That should be called non-humanoid simians, not monkeys. Colloquially and pop culturally, The term is ambiguous, and sometimes monkey includes non-human hominoids. In addition, frequent arguments are made for a monophyletic usage of the word "quote unquote" monkey from the Pacific from the perspective that usage should reflect cladistics. And it say several science fiction and fantasy stories have depicted non-human fantastical and alien antagonist characters refer to humans as monkeys using derogatory manner as form of meta contemporary, which doesn't matter. It's like the racist shit. That like they were wrong. That's racist, scientific racism. They don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? When they was calling you, trying to emphasize it on black people as they just better than now. That's they're not even animals or nothing. Shit, they monkey. All of us are the monkey or simian. I don't like to say monkey, but simians or primates. You know, and they say a group of monkeys may be commonly referred to a tribe or troop. Okay, and they say no, two separate groups of primates are referred to as "quote unquote" monkeys. See what I'm saying? And they shouldn't be. They say two separate groups of primates are referred to as "quote unquote." So they're putting monkeys in quotations. The New World monkeys, which are Platyrinis, which I say I don't even like they call them New World because the Platyrinis are much basal when they come from an older form of simian that got isolated, you know what I'm saying, in the New World or in the Americas, I should say, South America. And they say from South and Central America. And the Old World monkeys, you know what I'm saying, which I don't like the term. You know, these are just the simians that lives in, you know, Africa and Asia. And some of these extinct orders actually lived in Europe. There was a lot of simians in Europe too, once upon a time. Europe was one upon a time before humans and all that. And they say the Catarrhines in the superfamily, the Cereopithecordaya. The superfamily is the only one left. And from Africa and Asia, and apes, which should be called hominoids, consisting of gibbons, orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, bonobos, and humans. Are also Catarrhines. We're Catarrhines too. You know, us, the Cereopithecoi, what they call old world monkeys, the hominoids, which are gibbons, orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, bonobos, and humans. We're all Catarrhines, but are classically distinct from monkeys. Tailless monkeys may be called apes. And that's why I say the word is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's how they flip flop. You know what I'm saying? We should just use the scientific term. Incorrectly, according to modern usage, this tailless Barbary macaque is historically called the Barbary ape, just because it have no tail, but it's still a macaque. It's still part of the Cereopithecodoi. Let's see where we even get the word monkey. Why we even get the word monkey from? They say, according to the Old English Encyclopedia Dictionary, the word "quote unquote" monkey may originated in a German version of Maynard the Fox fable published in 1580. In this version of the fable, a character named Monarchy, in the son of Martin the Eighth, is English. No clear distinction of original made between ape and monkey. Thus, 1911 Encyclopedia Britannica entry for ape notes that it is either synonym for monkey or is used in the meaning of tailless human-like primate. Colloquially, terms monkey and ape are widely used interchangeably. Also, a few monkey species or have the word ape in their common name, such as Barbary ape, like I was just saying later, later in this article. That's why I said the word itself, You know what I'm saying? We should just use the client scientific word. Like, this ain't no monkey. It's a macaque. Just use the proper term for it. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta say this a monkey. We just say it's a macaque, and it's a Catarrhini, and it's in the Cereopithecioid family. And let's get into this evolution. I'll tell you what evolution even is. What function? What makes it function? You know what I'm saying? So I got a book to show y'all. I don't know if Wave, you probably familiar with seeing this book. This camera. I flip the camera. I don't know if I can flip the camera right. Y'all see that? I'm gonna go to stop sharing my screen real quick. Can y'all see this? The book. Wait, we still there? Wait. Hey, Wave, you still there? Well, anyway, I'm getting to what is evolution. Let's say evolution forms the basis of our understanding of modern biology and the study of humans. The current, uh, the current, the current model evolution was represented in uh, 1859 by Charles Darwin, who showed that species diverge from each other, thus giving a tree of life spanning all geological time. Now, what is evolution? Evolution is the process by which organisms change over the course of generations. Evolution creative, also creative in that one ancestor can give rise to many descendants. For many examples, the first known bird, Archaeopteryx, which lived 150 million years ago, is close to being the ancestor of all 10,000 modern species of bird. Also, the combination of the unique set of adaptation, feather, wings, uh, uh, light, lightweight skeleton, uh, excellent eyesight were the source of remarkable evolution radiation as the first birds exploited all the new opportunities afforded them by their ability to fly. The key to evolution is natural selection, whereby members of the species that are best adapted to the local environment survive, breed, pass their special characteristics to the young, and the fittest young thrive and breed, and eventually an entirely new species is formed. Even if you look at the arm, like what I was talking about earlier, about the skeletons, arms and flippers, even though a dolphin flipper looks quite different from the chimpanzee's arm. This is a chimpanzee arm, a dolphin arm. They are used for different purposes. Their basic anatomy for the same, showing. The basic anatomy is the same, showing they arose from the common ancestor millions of years ago. See, that's what I was trying to show right there. Hey, Wavy, bro, you still there, man? Wavy went to sleep on me. Yeah, Wavy, man. So I was gonna wrap it up. So we ain't gonna get in. I was gonna show a couple of videos, but I'll show that for my channel. Yeah, but each time you have each time a species mutate or change, each time your genes mutate or change, you know what I'm saying? Each time you reproduce, you know what I'm saying, the DNA slightly changes. It doesn't come out the exact same. Even when a single cell organism splits, the DNA changes, slightly. That's how you get different mutations, different subspecies. I think Wavy went to bed. Thought he was ready for this evolution talk, man. Wavy. Let me see. Let me see what we can chat. Yeah, I'm finna bounce out, man.
You out gutter?
Oh yeah, you went to bed on me, man. You still there, bro?
Yep, yeah, I'm here. Go ahead, close out for us then.
Yeah, I'm done, man. Shit, I went in about the species. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dare step up to the plate though. You know what I'm saying? We got it in though, man. Hope y'all learn, especially hope you and Jayla learn some y'all ain't, some shit y'all ain't probably never heard before. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I think the after smoke probably gonna come on. I guess when you sleep tonight, or probably go try to catch you slipping when you on the panel. Hit you with a drive out.
Oh yeah. They ain't gonna keep me on. I'll keep that switch on me, man.
Over still 30. Come on, man. But yeah, man, that's great information that you had brought out today. Hey, Gullah, appreciate you for blessing the platform, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
And just like that, y'all, we out of here.
All right, peace out. Salute.
All right, Big Gullah.